right? And the fact that Google has AdSense and pays out what it does pay out for YouTube and content creators, they're going to keep all the content creators.
Checking out Mr. LeBoy Reacts.
To be honest, I mean, unless you have like a gigantic like Patreon and things like that, unfortunately, Google is going to win all the time. Like Rumble has no chance, guys. Apologies, no chance compared to YouTube. But let's see where this goes, guys. I mean, yeah, this doesn't surprise me. No, let's check it out. Let's say a suggestion via Discord, guys.
Forever after Google lost the most important legal battle of its life, a fight against the U.S. Department of Justice that started back in 2020, claiming that Google violated U.S. antitrust law and cheated at monopoly. The government called Google a filthy monopolist who used illegal tactics to crush the competition and stifle innovation. Google's lawyers clapped back and said that was outrageous and salacious, but the judge agreed with the feds.
Guilty.
And just like Standard Oil and the American Tobacco Company, Google is now officially required to wear the illegal monopoly dunce cap. But everyone cheats at monopoly. Apple, Amazon, and Meta are also fighting active antitrust cases. In today's video, we'll find out what these cases are all about, why Google lost its fight, but most importantly, what does this mean for the future of big tech, and how do I get rich off of it? It is August 6, 2024, and you're watching The Code Report. Things used to be a lot different back in the 90s. Horses were still the primary mode of transportation, hemp was legal, and Coca-Cola still had cocaine in it. But 1890 was also the year the Sherman Act was passed, a law at the time that was targeted at big oil, big tobacco, and big railroad to prevent anti-competitive activities that made it impossible for competitors to enter the market. Google broke
what did he
anti-competitive activities that made it
he did nothing to you. He's sitting down reading the book.
Possible for competitors to enter the market. Google broke Section 2 of the Sherman Act, which has two provisions: the possession of monopoly power and willful acquisition or maintenance of that power that's not a consequence of a superior product. In other words, to break the law, you need to both dominate the market and do so in ways outside of building a better product. Google controls 88% of the domestic search market, and I think most people agree that Google has a superior product. I get way better results from it than Lycos or Excite, and its AI no longer recommends I jump off the Golden Gate Bridge when I'm feeling sad.
Listen, there's a reason for that though, right? Like, so, yeah, Google is in fact at the top. What does that mean? It's going to attract all of the people that also do this type of thing. They're going to all literally run to Google's employ. That's the reality, right? So you have the best of the best basically working for Google. But is there any fair competition to Google? No, there's not a single bit of fair competition to Google. There isn't.
But Google got into trouble with its exclusivity deals, like when it requires its search engine to be the default on Android devices, its deal with the Mozilla Firefox browser, and its insane deal with Apple where it pays them 36% of search revenue to the tune of $20 billion per year. Basically, the judge said these deals were anti-competitive, and now Google will not pass go and will not collect $200.
Okay, so
well, actually, we don't really know what the penalty is yet, and that's to be continued in a separate trial. I highly doubt it'll be like what JFK said right before he went to Dallas, to shatter Google into 1,000 pieces and scattered into the winds. It is possible Google could be broken up into multiple different entities, like maybe it has to divest Gmail and Android, but the tricky thing about Google is that its search business makes so much money, it's able to subsidize these free projects like Gmail and Android. If Gmail were on its own, we'd probably have to pay $10 a month to use it. But if you talk to someone like Microsoft, who was accused of being a monopoly back in 2001, things might not be so bad. A more likely outcome is that Google faces some kind of fine and then contractual restrictions on these deals. And that could actually be a good thing for Google because then Apple can't rake in cash while doing absolutely nothing of value except maintain its own monopoly. Speaking of which, Apple is also being sued by the U.S. Department of Justice for maintaining a monopoly.
Guys, growing up, I always thought that this was not allowed, okay? None of it was. But obviously, the internet came along and that whole thing started kind of consuming our lives, right? And now we literally are in a time where monopolies just seem to be okay, right? But they're not okay, obviously. I mean, there is no type of competition that could be given to anything Google or Apple, really. I mean, Samsung tries. They try, but no one wants the blue bubbles, bro, right? No one wants that. No one does.
Many people,
and to be honest, I'm not even sure if they're blue or green. the one of those colors. Because I use Apple. Everything is Apple. I don't know, guys.
People will defend Apple's walled garden to their death, but the feds think that Apple is actually tricking you by using things like privacy as an elastic shield to justify abusive business practices, among many other things. Apple also got into trouble with the EU and was required to open its payment service to competitors like Epic Games, and now Fortnite is finally coming back to the App Store. But Meta is also facing a lawsuit for monopolizing the social media space with anti-competitive acquisitions like Instagram and WhatsApp. Then Amazon is also fighting its own monopoly battle, where it's accused of taking advantage of its sellers with anti-discounting measures and contracts that favor its own products. Now, if any of this comes as a shock to you, it's time to wake up. You don't become a trillion-dollar tech company by not being evil.
To be honest, yeah. Right. Yeah, you're right. You have to undercut the little guy at every single turn. The only way you can be successful at that level is if you were an absolute monster. I'm telling you, he's right. You're absolutely right. They're all absolute monsters, guys.
Shock to you, it's time to wake up. You don't become a trillion-dollar tech company by not being evil. It's a brutal, cutthroat game. As a tech company, you either go bankrupt as a hero or live long enough to become an illegal monopoly. This has been the Code Report. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.
Guys, yeah, doesn't surprise me, right? What is going to happen now? I have no idea. Okay, listen, I would love for there to be like an equal playing field, right? Like specifically as a content creator in the content creating space, I would love for there to be other platforms you can kind of dabble in that literally have the ability to kind of keep up with what Google AdSense can do. Right, that would open up a lot, right? So all of the complaints that people have, specifically the commenters on YouTube or the viewers in general, the comments are like, listen, why do you have to censor all these things? Because there's no other real way to do it. It's not on my channel, at least. So my channel is watched crazily. I've uploaded over 5,000 videos, and I've also privated about 2,000 of them, right? So I think about 5,000 are public, at least, yes, right? On this channel. Plus another channel with over 2,000. Yeah, so I upload so much, right, that YouTube just basically, magnifying glass was every single bit of my content here, guys. Like, there's a scene in here where it looks very light, right? Nothing too serious. It's this scene right here that everything in the world tells me that this video is going to get flagged because of this scene on my channel. Not his channel, okay? Not his channel. I think his channel is fine, right? But just my channel specifically. I may have to talk to the partner manager about this, actually. Remind me. Either way, guys, no one can compete with Google. Not AOL. It used to. I feel like growing up, I was like, listen, AOL Messenger was like the thing, guys. Right. Everyone had that. Okay. Then Yahoo Mail. Everyone had Yahoo.
I still got my AOL. I've had my AOL since I was in college, dude. I've had the same email. Shit. I've had my same email now for over 25 years. Same AOL email for over 25 years. So I've had my mic up loud enough. I had my email for a long time. Let's go ahead and get back into it. Hit the thumbs up button.
Google really wasn't a thing like that, but yeah, out of nowhere it popped up, dominated, and the two main other platforms that we all used are completely gone. Completely gone. But either way, listen. You guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day.
Y'all can check out this video. All these companies, man, they pretty much are empires now. They can't be YouTube, places, Uber. These are like all monopolies. That's why Uber don't mind taking off their platform for something stupid. Uber and all that, because they have so many people that's trying to be on. They don't care about you. There's so many people starting YouTube channels. So Google they're making so much money, they don't care about the little people, Nobody's going to stop using their platforms because they see other people using it and getting famous and getting money from it, or people promoting their businesses and stuff. So it's like it's a huge thing. So it's like, yeah, Google is one of the top dogs, and then I think second would be Yahoo. I think would be the next one, but they're not touching Google. Google owns YouTube. trying to think, do Google own Facebook? Who owns Facebook? I don't think they own Facebook. I forgot who owns Facebook. I think Google. Let me see. I'm gonna find out right now who owns Facebook. I thought Facebook was separate from Google. And let me see. Who owns Facebook? I thought he sold it. It said Mark Zuckerberg. Oh, Facebook owns Instagram, I think, right? Who is Facebook owned by now? It's still okay. Mark Zuckerberg is CEO. Maybe I think he owns Instagram. Let me see. Who owns Instagram?
Meta, according to
Oh, Meta.
Meta, the company that owns Facebook, also
Oh, that's the name of the company.
extremely popular social media platforms.
So Meta owns Facebook and Instagram. The company's name is. How much is Meta worth? Their stock went up. Their stock is $504 a share. Meta is worth $1.28 trillion. And that's some shit crazy. 1.28 trillion. See how we so behind in the entrepreneur world. It's crazy. What y'all think about this video? Leave your comments. Subscribe to Charles and Israel. Appreciate it.